Thank you so much, Mr. Menon, for being with us. Now, the government is planning to cut the taxes on travel and tourism in the union budget. What exactly is on your budget wish list for the sector?
So I think, first of all, we have to wait for the budget to hear what the government exactly wants to do. But from our perspective as an industry, if we look at creating employment as a top priority, then domestic tourism is a very important element of this entire exercise. You'll appreciate that domestic tourism in principle creates jobs and there is a multiplier effect. Now, in order to increase tourism domestically, I think there are a whole lot of things that need to be done. First of all, we need to rationalize the taxes on hotels. We need to get rid of this disparity that exists in aviation turbine fuel, which directly affects airfares across the country. We need to get through all these exercises in order to ensure that the stimulus for domestic tourism is achieved. Let me assure you that whatever growth is achieved in domestic tourism, you will see job creation grow by a multiplier effect as a result of that. So from a budget perspective, I would like to see a rationalization of aviation turbine fuel taxes, which either putting it under GST, potentially putting fuel under GST. That is, I'm talking of fuel for cars, diesel under GST, rationalizing taxes that are being charged under GST to hotels.
Okay. The government is expected to, even lower income tax on corporates and offer even tax incentives and allocate more funds to, things like tourist trains, building roads for tourist destinations. So how does your company stand to benefit on account of these measures?
Look, let me put this in context. If you look at Sterling Holiday Resorts, which is a subsidiary of Thomas Cook, a wholly owned subsidiary of Thomas Cook, we grew our resorts from 19 to 31 resorts without any benefits being rolled out to us. Now, if there are benefits rolled out to this industry, let me assure you that the number of hotels and resorts that will populate this country will grow dramatically, and that will drive a rationalization of rates and consequently trigger a greater growth than we are witnessing today in tourism. I believe that there is currently a shortage of organized hotels within the country, and there is a necessity to grow this segment even more, especially like the chains you mentioned, and I think it will help us to get this done. Now, that's one aspect of it. The second thing is to facilitate greater investment. I think reintroducing MAT will be a necessity. The details will require to be tweaked adequately so that it is an incentive to people who construct, who want to build and operate hotels are incentivized to do it.
Now, Mr. Menon, by expanding your global footprint, what kind of incremental revenues can we see from the overseas market?
Look, we made this acquisition in the month of June. We are putting it into place as we talk. We've acquired a total of 5 companies around the world. Most of them are profitable. Some of them are not. We are turning these around. But my expectation is that over the next 3 years, just this acquisition will add about 150 crores in terms of bottom line to us. And this will take some time to do, but my expectation is that it should happen because we need to input more technology into these companies. We need to rationalize their operations. We need to get them to function better together, because you'll appreciate when you have operations around 22 countries, the first thing you look for is synergies of how businesses can operate with each other rather than synergies in cutting costs. Because we operate under multiple borders and it's very difficult to synergize costs there. So the important element is to see how we can work closely with each other. And as we talk, Thomas Cook India, SOTC and Kwoni Hong Kong, which are our B2C businesses, are examining how they can work with the destination management companies that we acquired in June this year.
Thank you, Mr. Menon, for joining us and giving the insight on your company and the future prospects as far as the growth is concerned for Thomas Cook. That's CMD of Thomas Cook for you viewers.